All right. So,
My nose always runs.
all right, you
Sorry.
guys. Like I said, like to say with these things, as long as everything is working the way that it's supposed to be working, we are now live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Writerish Melanin channel, wherever this day may have found you. I'm so glad that you are here. Hi, you guys. Welcome. Like, I hope you guys are thriving. I hope you're having a good morning. Mine has been interesting. Yeah. So, how are you, Audra?
Don't ask me that question. I'm here. I've got on my smile. But my spirit, I get in my studio and I'm usually joyful and I'm ready for the night.
Well, we're gonna.
I'm faking the funk, y'all.
Well, we're gonna try to have a good day. We're gonna try.
I'm gonna try. You're gonna try. I'm gonna pull
Am
with Chelsea. You be positive, like you said in that video one time. You be positive. I'm gonna be in a funk.
All right. Shout out to La, who is here this morning. Ben is here. Jay is here. Read Love Listen is here. Good morning, you guys. I hope y'all are having a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous Tuesday morning. Also,
Every time I
Joanne
see
just
La's name, I just want to go la 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 means I love you. Okay, I know I'm showing my age. Nobody knows that song.
honestly, when I see it, I'm like, what is it?
La do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Yeah, I think of Sound of Music. I think of La, a note to follow. So,
No,
tea,
a
a
drink
drink
with
with
jam
jam
and
and
bread,
bread.
which will bring us back to do. Oh, oh,
Do,
oh,
do.
do. A deer, a female deer, and
Yeah,
a double golden sun.
yeah,
And
that whole thing. Also, Fatima came in. Hello, good morning.
Fatima, how are you?
How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let us know how y'all have been in the last week and a half. 2 weeks? Week and a half, 2 weeks since we've done this? So, yeah.
She said my name did stem from my constant music obsession when I was younger. My baby sister gave it to me. Oh, go ahead, baby sis.
Oh, okay. Not Benjamin
Oh,
not Benjamin in the comments sending us topics to discuss. Cause
um,
what?
what he say? What he wear? I don't see no. What are you talking about? Where?
Let me find out. Okay, we
What
gonna
did he
talk about.
send? What comment?
I'ma drop it. Oh no, he sent it to me privately. So I'm gonna put it in here so that we
Okay,
can talk
don't
about it.
confuse me like that, ma'am. You have to be specific.
Look, man, I just be reacting in real time, okay? I am a walking not soundboard because I don't think about things half the time I say it. So it's just a live reaction 90% of the time.
Got JK in there singing the song with us. She likes the sound of music.
I love me some Sound of Music. The way I have seen that movie like a gazillion times, and it used to trip me out, y'all. It still trips me out. Like, we had the DVD, and the DVD has an has an intermission on it. It's 2 discs. No, that's Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind has an intermission and 2 discs. Sound of Music has an intermission on a DVD, and I was just like,
Because it's
what?
too damn long. They know folks need to get up and go to the bathroom.
I guess. I guess.
And Twitter is becoming X. I noticed that when I was posting on Twitter this morning. I was like, "What the hell is this X?"
Yes, we got so much to talk about, y'all. So we're gonna give people about 1 more minute to go ahead and get in, and then we're gonna get into these spotlights. So because we got a lot to cover, we have a lot to cover, and I'm gonna go. If you haven't already, make sure you check the description box because all of the relevant links for the stuff we're gonna be discussing is at the bottom. And plus, check out all of our links. That whole thing. But yeah, so I just updated it, so make sure you refresh your page with all the links of the things we're going to talk about. So, that being said, we're going to get into these Melanin Spotlights. As always, I'm going to let Audra go first. Yeah, she can roll her eyes at me all day, every day. It's my show. But Audra's going to go first. And And then I will give you my Melanin spotlight. We're gonna get into this. So
Don't start with me because this was sent to me by her agent. So it was an arc that she sent me.
it doesn't matter. Y'all see how she reached off screen and pulled up the book? Some things will never change.
Billy's here. Yay. Good morning,
Hello.
Billy.
Good morning.
She came over from Instagram. That's my girl.
Hey. Welcome to the YouTubes.
Hey.
The
Which
tubes
we had
of
a
the
Dougie. Which we had a Dougie. Hey. I don't know.
Okay, she threw that back, way back. Okay.
Yeah. Not that I can do the Dougie, but
Also, Ash is here, so good morning. But yes,
Ash, what's up, baby? All right. This is Queen of Exiles by Dr. Vanessa Riley. Let me tell y'all about this woman, first of all. Do you know how awesome she is? She has a bachelor's in... She had all of her degrees are in engineering, different fields of engineering, but she has a bachelor's, 2 masters, and a doctorate in engineering.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay? So the woman is, when I say she's a badass, that she's a national treasure, she truly is. This is the book that I talked about, the show that dropped today. So go to betweenthereads.com after this show. Don't leave here.
Don't leave.
And download it, listen to it. She dropped some gems. Did y'all know? I mean, yes, most of us should know about the Haitian Revolution. If you don't, go read about it. But I did not know that Haiti had a whole ass kingdom for 9 years with a king and a queen.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep. This book, Queen of Exiles, is all about the queen of Haiti. So it says, small print, and I don't have my glasses.
Yeah.
Acclaimed historical novelist Vanessa Riley revisits the life of an extraordinary black woman from history, Haiti's Queen Marie-Louise Croix-David, who escaped a coup in Haiti to set up her own royal court in Italy during the Regency era, becoming popular member of Royal European Society. The Queen of Exiles is Marie-Louise Croix-David, widow of Henry I, who ruled over the newly liberated Kingdom of Haiti in the wake of the brutal Haitian Revolution. In 1810, Louise is crowned queen of the first and only free black nation in the Western Hemisphere. But despite Haitians' newfound freedom, they still struggle under mountains of debt to France and indifference from Britain and the new United States. Louise desperately tries to steer the country's political course as King Henri is actually how it's pronounced, descends into mental illness. In 1820, King Henri is overthrown, and Louise and her daughters flee to Europe. In exile, the resilient Louise redefines her role, recovering the fortune that Henri had lost and establishing herself as an equal to the kings of European nations. With newspapers and gossip tracking their every movement, Louise and her daughters tour Europe like other royals, complete with glittering balls and princes with marriage proposals. As they find their footing and acceptance, they discover more about themselves, their blackness, and the opportunities they can grasp in a European and male-dominated world. Queen of Exiles is a tale of a remarkable black woman, a canny and bold survivor who chooses the fire of political struggle and then is forced to rebuild life on her own terms, forever a queen. And the interesting thing is, there are clips, actual photos of newspaper clippings that exist, about her. This woman, and when you listen to the interview, you'll see, this woman had, the first real paparazzi. They like to say that she was a sorrowful queen, but this woman had money, and she had homes in very expensive places in England where they have plaques now. The author was telling me about all this. Y'all got to listen to this interview because it is so informative. So informative.
I love that so much. And the way I immediately was like, oh, I love this for Audra. I am not going to read this book, but I love that for you so much. I'm going to go listen to the interview. But the way I was in my soul, I am not going to read
I know you're not going to read the book. And if y'all want to read about the Haitian Revolution, she also wrote a book called Sister, Mother, Warrior, I think. And that one is actually about the Haitian Revolution. And that's where Marie-Louise and Henri actually have a role in that book, and she pulled them out of that book to write this one. So very interesting.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
My book is not historical fiction or based in any kind of reality.
That's all right, because we need that too.
Yeah. Okay, Okay, so my book is A Blaze of Spirits and Dreams by D.L. Howard, and this is actually part of an anthology, but it's kind of different because it's not like one book with a bunch of like short stories in it. It is all of them are complete novels, but they all exist in the same world. So it's a shared world between 8 different authors that like this one event is like talked about, and each book has its own main character that's dealing with the event differently, but it's a shared world with shared magicals and stuff. There are 8 books. This one actually releases today. It's by D.L. Howard. It is, like I said, A Blaze of Spirits and Dreams. I want to say this is like the fourth or fifth book in the anthology. Like I said, there are 8. They started releasing, the first book was Jessica Cage's book, and they have been releasing every week until all 8 books are released. So for sure, check it out. Like I said, this one's by D.L. Howard and came out today. And y'all already know, links in the bio for any of the books that sound interesting. But the back of the book reads, "Can a thief save a corrupt society? 10 years removed from the 100-year curse of 10 years removed from the 100-year curse for failing the Eldritch trials, the Volpians feel like they can finally move on from that murky part of their history. Yet an undercurrent of unease and darkness still lurks in the crevices of their minds and society. Things aren't as they portray, and nobody knows this better than Lakey. Lakey is no stranger to the darker side of Volpian society, thanks to her alter ego. As renowned thief Blaze, Lakey gets to live her best life devoid of political entanglements. Amidst the Volpian society, she knows their world is just a dreamscape that hides the true horror underneath. When lightning turns night into day, all of Volpel knows what it means. It's time to prove their worth again. When Lakey is selected to represent them in the trials, it causes hysteria, but the decision is irreversible. She is their champion. Once she steps through the door of her house, there's no turning back. What will she find out about herself? Will it be enough to save the Volpians from the corruption that could doom them all?" So, I personally think it sounds interesting. The concept of the Eldritch Trials is really interesting. I got to talk to Jessica Cage about it, so her podcast episode is going to be on the Written in Melanin podcast, and I'm having the chance to talk to several of the authors from this anthology, so be sure to tune into that. But honestly, I thought it was a really cool concept, and I thought it was interesting. So, like I said, y'all know, links in the description for both of the books, as well as if you want to head over to Audra's channel to check out the interview with her author. And if you use the links in the description box below, y'all know those take you to the Melanin Library, where those are affiliate links. So if you purchase from Amazon and you get the book from there, then you'll be supporting the Melanin Library 2 for 1. So that being said, y'all, let's talk about Twitter. Because if you have not been to Twitter, I want you to open up a new tab on your computer right now. I want you to go to twitter.com. And
I went there and I was like, what is this X? I thought maybe there was like the graphic was broken. I was like, what are y'all doing right now?
No.
You know, like when a graphic doesn't work and then a little X, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. So apparently it literally on like Saturday, Elon was just like, yeah, we're changing the branding for Twitter. And that's just what it is. It's just X. And if you go to x.com, it now redirects you to Twitter. And it's just like, there have been like articles and stuff. And I put links in the description box for you guys to check it out. There are 2 different articles. One goes to the Vergecast and one goes to like Bloomberg, which is where I found out about it. And for the Bloomberg one, you do have to sign up for like a free account. So like if you got like a burner email, sign up for it, whatever, read the article. But I don't understand.
Did you just say a burner email?
I surely did. I've got like 5 of them. I
never even thought about doing that. I need to have a burner email.
You don't have a burner email? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Show of hands. How many of y'all have burner emails? And by that, I mean like an email that you do not check, but you have the login and password. So when people are like, oh, you have to sign up. Or sign up to get like our 10% discount on your first order. And you're like, I do not want emails from you. Like, what? I'm giving you this email that I am never going to like check. I'm never going to get any of your newsletters. I just need this one-time code to get in. Or if you need free trials, baby, the way I have like 15 emails to get these free trials.
Wow, Chelsea.
I thought everybody knew this.
Wow, I did not. Maybe other people do. I did not. But this X thing is kind of questionable. I'm a little bit
Okay, see, it's not just me. Everybody in the chat got a burner email.
Yeah. Okay, I I don't.
I guess it's a millennial thing because the way I had like 6 emails by the time I was 10. Because you need free trials. You got to get the free trial because my dad was not paying for any of these games. But if you get a 30-day free trial and I got 6 of them, baby, I got 6 months to play this game and have a good time.
See, that just shows our age difference because when I was 10, there was no internet.
Well, hate that for you.
Oh, man. Wow. Billy doesn't have one. Yay. See, Billy's my age, so.
I suggest that you get a burner email account because the way I had to go set one up for my mom didn't have one either. I set one up for her because I was like, the way we are not going into JCPenney and missing out on this 25% discount because you walked in the store because you don't have a burner email. You're like, I don't want all those emails on my phone. Why is this on your phone? Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
The whole point of the burner email.
Uzu says she not only has a burner email, she has burner social media handles. What?
Yup.
What?
The way you need to have multiple identities on the internet. What?
I have 6 Instagram accounts, but they're not burner. It's my 2 podcasts, my farmer page, my author page, my company page.
Honestly, I have accounts from high school that when I rebranded as an author, I just quietly disappeared from. I took all my pictures down except for 2. One is me and my wedding, and one is me with my best friend.
There's a net in my closet. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And
there's a net in my closet.
If I titled episodes of the Melanin Chat, I want you to know that this one would be titled "There's a Gnat in My Closet."
Was just flying all up in my face. Like, how is there a gnat in my closet?
I'm dead.
I'm just asking.
I don't have a burner Facebook anymore, but back in the day, yeah. Because also keep in mind that early millennials, and I'm not even going to get into Gen Z because they're a whole different breed. I'm talking purely about millennials here. But we grew up in the age of anonymity. I can't say that word. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Anonymity? Yeah, Chelsea speaking in tongues, y'all.
Anemone.
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 I'm done. Ah! Okay. I think I got it. Oh, I don't see it on my hand. Oh, well. Y'all gonna see me just randomly slapping in the air. I'm just saying, don't, because this thing keeps trying to fly up my nose or something. It's really annoying.
Anyway, what I was trying to say, we grew up in the age of anonymity. So, therefore, all of us had multiple accounts. We had emails that was like, I don't know, like pick an item and a color and a noun, and that was your whole email address right there. Like, prettygirl2278. That's me.
Really?
I'm not giving you my burner account. I'm not telling you what it is because it still exists. But it was definitely there.
Wow.
And it's just like you can get rid of it. And it's just like it was full of junk. It was full of spam. It was not secure at all whatsoever. But it's like there's nothing in it. So like even if someone were to take it, what is it gonna do? You're gonna get into my what is it, Club Penguin account? What? No, it's fine. Anyway.
Reed Love Listen says, I deleted my old Facebook and Twitter accounts. Started off incognito until 2019 as Reed Love Listen. The old me is dead and gone. Not the old her is dead and gone. Like it's a whole identity. Y'all are cracking me up with this.
It's tickling me that you didn't have a whole identity on the internet before you decided to like delete it and become an adult. That is like amazing to me.
Because I didn't get into Facebook until I was married. Like, so it's the same. I did change because my Facebook name used to be Audra. Growing veggies is my thing, Russell, because when I first got into Facebook, I was deep into my farming blog. But now it's just Audra Russell, but it's still the same page.
I love that for you, but having a secret identity is an experience. You just be stalking people. They be blocking your main. You'd be like, oh, what you doing? Anywho. The point we were supposed to be talking about Twitter.
I know. Oh man.
Okay. Redirecting the conversation to the thing that I actually want to talk about. The article that I pointed out to that I sent to y'all in the description box or whatever, they're talking about how the brand of Twitter is so big that by changing it to X, like Elon Musk is literally getting rid of like 14, somewhere between like 5 and like 40 billion or 40 billion dollars in like brand assets. Just because tweeting is a verb and it's been such a part of the culture for 17 years. Tweeting is a verb. Retweeting is a verb. Like how people interact on Twitter is how people refer to things in like real life, in real time. So by him getting rid of it, he's honestly getting rid of so much, just so much brand identity. And it's like, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna zeet each other? I don't know. Like, what do you like, call it? Because
I'm gonna you. Did you about it? I'm about it.
It's like, and it's ridiculous because, but in the article, one of the last lines of it was like how they were talking about how Elon Musk's personal brand might be bigger than Twitter, and I think they were talking about how that is what he's kind of banking on, but I'm just like, no. I'm like, the way it's being Twitter in itself is being destroyed, because part of the article talked about how this could be like an attempt to separate, pre-Twitter from post-Twitter or whatever. And it's just
Let's be real. He's just mad about threads.
He is, but you know what? This is not helping his case. This
no,
is
not
helping his cause, like, at all. Because the thing is, Twitter was supposed to be like an open courtyard. Everybody is here. You can talk to whoever you want to. You can find your circle, find your group, follow it, get information. But it was also very impartial to your feelings. Like, yes, there's an algorithm. Yes, it shows you certain things. But also, you could search and find whatever it was. And people could... It was a free space to communicate or whatever. That it was just like, this is where people go. Like, this is where news outlets go. This is where people have conversation and dialogue. This is the platform that affected change. Like, yes, there is that, like, 2020 people were talking about the whole, the black square on Instagram or whatever, but that was very performative. Twitter is where the conversations were happening, where the debates were happening, where people were challenging each other. And it's like, if you get rid of that, it's like you get rid of a platform. But also, the article was talking about how he wants it to be like an everything app, and it's supposed to be, and they said something about banking, and I'm like, baby, you got all types of things twisted if you think that I don't even sign up for Twitter Verified, because I'm like, ain't no way I'm giving you access to my credit card. Ain't no way on God's green earth. Not on this God-given day. Absolutely not. No. No.
Nope.
And it's just like the way that the thing that I'm concerned about is that for a lot of authors, Twitter is their primary way of like advertising and marketing books. And it's a really significant way that a lot of people find books in order to engage and add them to things. Because I know for the Melanin Library, when it was just like me and my mom, I for sure was on Twitter looking for cover reveals and looking for retweets and raffles and giveaways and stuff like that. So I'm like, if you take that away, you're taking away like a huge market for authors, especially indie and self-published authors, because people have spent years curating a following and a community on Twitter, because it's one of the few places where you can interact with people in real time. Because comments on other platforms take a while. And if you're on Instagram, you're not trying to have like a 15-thread conversation with somebody in your comments. That's just not proper etiquette. You move that to the DMs. But on Twitter, it's completely normal to have like a 15-thread conversation with somebody on a single tweet and then move on to another one. So it's just kind of like in the ease of sharing with retweeting, It's just, it's going to completely change the way authors, especially indie authors, interact with people. And I'm just like, this is dumb. This is lame. This is goofy. I ain't about it.
Oh, well, I mean, you know me, I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Twitter on Tuesdays to post an episode. And every once in a while I go there. Every once in a while I go there to try and to engage. But, I told you Twitter confuses me. So.
It's sure for confusing now. Yeah. But let's see here. Let's see. Uzi said, I'm still calling it Twitter. The X looks like the cheap off-brand Basura. Honestly, They said that it was a fan-made logo that was submitted over the weekend, and that's what it is.
And that's exactly what it looks like.
And they're talking about they're going to change it later. But yeah, X sounds it's giving OnlyFans/spicy, and that's the other thing. Like, it doesn't sound wholesome. It doesn't sound wholesome. You know, I just he's been naming things X since his PayPal days. He renamed the whole company X Core before Threads came out. Yeah. And his child's name has an X in it. Anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's because he don't know who the hell he is.
Relive Listen said, I miss the days when Twitter was over capacity with the whale. I hate that this will take away from indie authors' comics and live tweeting shows. Facebook and Instagram aren't on Twitter level, and I'm not convinced to join the Twitter copycats. Honestly,
what is a whale? What? There was a whale on Twitter?
You didn't see about the whales that were destroying people?
What?
You don't go in the ocean. The orcas. You haven't seen about the orcas like flipping ships and destroying things? That there's like this.
I mean, if they are, that's because them boaters deserve it. I mean, they've been messing with them orcas for a long time, but
yeah. But
never heard of them.
I can tell you about it, but it was wild. It was for a moment. That's all the thing. And I feel like with Twitter, it's also one of those things where you can kind of see in real time when something is becoming a moment. That's why I like using it. Because, side note, and we're not going to talk about it in depth, but the whole thing with Keke Palmer and her baby daddy, I wouldn't have even known about it had I not been on Twitter. Because I'm not invested in people like that. Oh, okay. Benjamin's over here sending me stuff, and I'm just like, I'm gonna share it with y'all. Ben, if you're still listening, drop that in the after chat so they can see it. But yeah,
my husband just sent me an article that the body of Obama's personal chef was recovered from Martha's Vineyard Lake, and I'm wondering if he is at all associated with the Clintons, because we all know how people with the Clintons always show up dead. But that's another story. And I need somebody to come up with some ear glue that's like the gel, like when you do the gel, like the things, the glue dots for my earbuds, because I'm tired of doing this, and I'm tired of wearing my big headphones. As Chelsea be over there looking cute with her little earbuds in, and I be looking like I got two big ass Cinnabons on either side of my head.
It's only because I have really big ears and I have the hair from the wig covering it up, so it looks seamless. But yeah, no. And also, I use them all the time. I have to. I hate them, but
I bought a box of them from Amazon. These are actually from my Roku, but I like these better than the ones I got from Amazon.
Yeah, mine are from my phone, and they're really comfortable. So I got the Samsung earbuds. They're a little bit more expensive, but
I have wireless earbuds that I bought that are really cool, but I don't know how I would work it with this because it has to be plugged into the microphone.
Yeah.
So
I can't help you with that, homie. That's outside of my wheelhouse.
They don't stay in my ears either. They fall out worse than these do.
Oh. Well.
So I need somebody to come up with some ear glue. Yeah, for me.
Or you can get over the ear headphones and just plug those in.
That's what I wear all the time. I don't want to wear it. I don't look cute like that.
Okay. Well, we all got problems. Shit.
Shut up, Chelsea. I love the way she just completely dismisses shit like, no. We all got problems. That's your issue. Let's move on.
I'm offering solutions and you shooting me down. So it's like, what you want me to tell you?
I wear the over the ear ones. That's all I've been wearing for like years. I was trying to be cute like you with the earbuds.
I'm not cute. Thank you. But
okay, that's.
But no, I just don't have a solution for it. I just really have big ears, and so earbuds fit in them. I don't know what to tell you. You small people, so y'all got small ears.
There we go.
You brought it on yourself. Anywho.
This had nothing to do with the size of my height, ma'am.
I think your whole body's in proportion.
I really just think you're jealous because you can't fit in a bathtub, but that's another story.
I think
now,
you're
moving
mad
on,
because you can't reach the top shelves. How about that then? At least I can ride the rides at Six Flags. I'm tall enough.
I can ride the rides, regardless of the fact that they check me every time I go. I always make the height requirement.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Checked. I've been in the front.
What's the next topic that
you probably got to get in the back because you're probably the last one to get on the ride.
I sit in the front. I sit right in the front. I'm a roller coaster diehard, baby. I sit right in the front row.
They be putting her in the back because it takes too long for her to get on the ride. She just mad about y'all. It's okay. It's okay.
And what's the next topic?
Okay. Next topic is something that Ben just sent me, but I will say this. I wanted to read Law's comment before we moved on. I really prefer Twitter, but I feel like I need to move on over to IG Threads much more with all the stuff going on. There's just too much to fight with being a newbie. And it's just like, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like Threads is going to be where it's at. And it's so interesting because it's just like Twitter, but I always have to remember that my Threads community is not my Twitter community, and I just be tweeting like, oh, y'all already know. People are like, what, you do this? You have a podcast? And I'm like, oh, y'all are different. Let me recalibrate.
Start all over again.
Yeah. But it's different because like my following on Instagram and Threads is so much smaller than Twitter. It's like literally like a tenth of the size, and I'm just like, back at the beginning.
I just like where all these people on Threads come from, though. Like, I know they're supposedly supposed to be your Instagram followers, but let me tell you, some people that follow me on here, and I'm just like, I don't know where you came from.
They probably follow you, but they just don't engage because a lot of people don't engage on Instagram. I don't engage on Instagram, but I'm super active on Threads. Mm-hmm. So it's probably just preference. Speaking of which, Ben just sent this to me, and I'm pretty sure I dropped the link in the description box, so refresh the page if you haven't seen it. But apparently you can now post text posts on TikTok. And the way I'm so excited about that, because the way I don't really want to be talking to these folks, I was about to say something I can't say on the live. The way I don't like to be talking to people, and I just want to be like, boom, and move on about my day. That's why I like Twitter. Twitter is wording. I'm an author. I can do words all day, every day. That's my thing. That's my bag. That's my niche. You want pictures? You want me to talk? You want me to be seen and perceived? The introvert in me does not like that. So I'm just excited about it. So I dropped the article. I haven't read it yet because Ben literally just sent it to me.
What is that?
Anyway. Sorry, y'all. I'm having a moment with some people in my life who...
Okay, so that was your phone. Like a glucose monitor or something. Like, are you checking your blood sugar while you on the phone? While you on the live?
It's a phone, homie. What?
Let's see. I don't have my glasses on.
Just casually pulling a glucose monitor out of my pocket.
Oh, no.
Don't you think I might preempt you if I was like, hey, by the way, I might need to check my blood sugar on the live?
Not necessarily. Raymond! My friend Raymond is here! Yay! Chelsea, you probably saw him. I don't know if you met him. He was at the Resist Booksellers.
Yes, I did. I took pictures with him. Hi!
Oh,
how you doing?
Hi, Raymond! How are you? That's my buddy right there. Another one with the doctorate. Dr. Raymond Williams in the house, y'all. The doctor. Political science, I believe. Right, Raymond? Politics. And Raymond, listen, Raymond is like the Siri of Instagram, and because you could be talking about something and you'd be like, I don't remember the name of, and he'll just be like, bam, just throw it out there for you, and be uncanny with the numbers, like be predicting all kinds of stuff. Oh,
that's cool.
No, Ben, I don't have contacts because the way that I tried to put in green contacts when I was trying to be Brandy for Chelsea's book, and the way that I fell off the bed because I was fighting myself literally to not put this thing in my eye. I can't put things in my eyes.
Oh, well, that must be a 2020 thing because the way I would pop a contact in my eye quick, fast, in a hurry and move on about my day.
I tried for an hour. I could not make myself put that thing in my eye.
Well, yeah, the first time you do it, you have to be, it's better to be with like an ophthalmologist because it's hard. But when I tell you, I got contacts when I was in the 8th grade. And when I tell you my mom took me to that ophthalmologist and I got my little fresh prescription and he was like, this is how you do it. I was like, baby doll, we not finna leave this until I get it right, because the way I'm going back to this school with my braces off and my contacts in and my hair laid, y'all not playing games with this version of me, okay? Absolutely not.
No. I can't do it. I can't mess with the contacts.
Yeah, the thing that I don't like about contacts is you gotta take them out. That's why I don't wear them, because of the way that I am not gonna remember that at night when I'm tired. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, the thing.
Next topic.
The next topic. Do y'all appreciate the fact that I be trying to add like the topic on screen so y'all can jump in and out and know what we're talking about?
I like that. Yes.
I be trying, y'all. I be trying.
I'm doing it, girl. You be doing it.
Thank you. I can't with you.
Woo!
Anyway, this one is actually inspired by Vina.
That was an extortion. What?
Yeah, so I feel like we need to have this conversation because Vina talked about this on Twitter. And it's the whole conversation going on Twitter. Rest in peace, right? Anyway, there's this thing going around. Apparently, I want to say it's Sarah J. Maas. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, and I say extortion, I use that very lightly, y'all. I'm being dramatic, okay? Like, don't take that too literally. But,
okay, because Raymond and I are both got the eyes like, what are you talking about? What is it?
Y'all non-millennials without y'all burner accounts taking people so serious.
See, even Uzu said extortion. Like, get to the extortion part first, and then go to the bonus chapter.
Okay, well, before I start being out here being extra, let me Google this word real quick to make sure I know what it means, and it means what I think it means.
Extortion means you just that you extort people for money. You know, it's like
yeah,
really, yeah.
Not through force or threat, so I'm being dramatic. But
yeah, okay. Like what you doing? People going up to people like with a gun, like, you gonna give me some extra bonus chapters. I'm gonna tell everything about your mama.
Also, J. Louisa came in. Hello, welcome. Okay, so basically what happened was, I think, I want to say it's Sarah J. Maas, and basically what a lot of publishers and stuff are doing are they're having multiple versions of the same book, but at the end of each book, they're adding a different bonus chapter. So they're trying to get people to buy 5 copies of the same book for one little extra snippet. And okay, Ben said I used it properly. I thought I used it properly, but it's just like people are literally adding bonus chapters into the same book and being like, oh, if you want to know what happened to this character, you want to know what happened to that character, if you're looking for this, then you need to buy this version of the book. And the reason why I say extortion is because I personally don't think that bonus chapters are bad, but I also feel like you need to give something else in the book. So, and the reason I say that is I may be biased because y'all know there's a limited edition version of We Are the Origin. And We Are the Origin, that version of the book has 3 extra scenes and a preview of book 2, which was like not coming out for another 8-9 months when I released it or whatever. And it also had different cover art and special cover art underneath. So I was just like, okay, the limited edition is this way for a reason or whatever. It's for like the adults, 18 and up. Like, hey, get into it. But it's also to the point where a lot of authors, like people are like, this is not cool having to spend, because books at this point, they're expensive. Like if you're dropping somewhere between $20 and $30 on a book, someone asking you to buy 5 different copies to get extra stuff, it's just like, is that not actually
where I would
insane?
go to a physical bookstore and find them books and just sit there and read them chapters?
She said Barnes & Noble is now a library. Thank you very much.
You got it.
She said this is now the activity for the day.
That's the activity. Oh, is it at? Tell me what store is it at? Barnes & Noble? Is it at Books a Million? Okay, bet.
But
Go
yeah,
sit my ass right there with a cup of coffee and all 5 editions go straight to the back. Okay, thank you.
I feel like that's crazy because Vina talked about it on her Twitter. But also, it's the same thing that Read Love Listen is saying here. Bonus chapters are for emails, pre-orders with the next book, or book boxes with goodies or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, like they're meant to entice people. They're not to be like, oh, hey, go drop another $30 on my book or whatever. Like Ben said, it was like not Ben. Ash said it was like DLC, and that they're gamifying books. And it's like, yeah. And the way I don't even like DLC because like, I remember, like, before, showing my age, I guess, you go to freaking GameStop to go get a game for you with your little Christmas money, and guess what you walk out with? The whole game. Like, that's it. It's done. They don't need to send no updates over the air. They don't need to download nothing. There's no extra content. If you want extra content, you know what that is? A whole nother game. So,
Yep.
It's
Raymond. Raymond said they need to give a gift card to Popeyes, Starbucks, or something. Exactly.
Truly.
Yeah. Oh man.
Also, Morgan came in. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Morgan. Miss Woman of Color said I would never buy a book for bonus chapters. They're never written that well.
That's fair. And honestly, I don't even know any black authors who really do this. It's like, oh, here are different versions. The most I have seen is authors being like, oh, here's an extra little snippet that you can download on my website. But like, you gotta buy the book. Why do I need 6 copies of the same book on my shelf? Explain that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that to me.
Billy says she's in the chair next to me at Barnes Noble. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, that's real because the way when Avatar The Last Airbender came out with those comics, and I was just like, I didn't know what happened to Zuko's mom. I don't care about nothing else. I just know what happened to Zuko's mom. The way I sat in Barnes & Noble with all 3 of them comic books and was like, we finna read this. Because we bought the first one, got it home, read it in a night, and we were like, are we gonna read this again? We were like, no. So we just returned it the next day and just got the other comic books and sat there and read it in the store because ain't no need of us taking this home. Ain't no need. None. But yeah. And I feel what Jay Louisa is saying, talking about not buying the new Pokemon DLC, because the way I got it, and this was my first Pokemon game, and I was just like, oh, okay, this was fun, like a good, like solid 3 hours. Now I'm done. So yeah, Ben was a lot more into it than I was. I also don't get having multiple copies of the same book taking up space. Honestly, the only reason I would do it is if like I got an ARC and then I bought a physical copy. Then I'll have 2 copies on the shelf. Or if I have the paperback and then I got the hardback. Because I don't know when they started doing this, but I feel like, y'all can tell me if I'm completely making this up, but I feel like I feel like the paperback used to come out first or whatever. And then if it was successful, it got a hardback. But I feel like it's the opposite now. Like hardbacks come out first. And then if it's successful, it gets a paperback version.
Paperback,
and at some point, I had the first books in a series. And they were the paperback versions. And then they switched to hardbacks. And I'm like, wait a second. Y'all are not coming in here messing up my bookshelf aesthetic. Because the way I will not buy a book, even if I want to read it, if it is not the right version, like, no. We're not playing games like this.
Chelsea said I need consistency.
Truly, because look, when I was designing my books, if y'all think that I was not comparing those designs right next to each other, like look at the hardback, nah, we're copying this from We Are the Origin. These aspects, this spine needs to be in the exact same place on this next book, okay? Because the way this book 1 and book 2 are gonna line up on this shelf, absolutely not. We are not playing games. If you got the hardback, they are going to look near identical next to each other because no.
And they do, because I have the hardback and the paperback of your book and they are identical.
And the book 2 is gonna be the same. Cause no. Out here got whole sets of books looking like they from different mamas. No.
Oh,
absolutely not.
Looking from different. I get it.
She out here praising and worshiping y'all.
Stop it. Y'all know this gnat is bothering me. He keeps dropping in and out of subspace. I'm telling you, he's got like a little time dial thing, and he keeps.
I'm dead. But Read Love Listen pointed out that Black authors usually have extra bonus copies as a free download if you sign up for their newsletter. And I've seen it as like Patreon content. Like, okay, sign up for the Patreon content, you get extra stuff. I know I offer stuff like that with my Patreon, where it's just like, okay, you want insight, you want details. This is paywall. but for sure not gonna be like, oh yeah, buy a whole nother $30 book that has to be formatted differently and covered differently. And nah, homie,
On it.
Anywho, we're gonna just slide this in real quick. If you want to support me on Patreon, it's patreon.com/written-melanin. You know, support the Melanin Library. Make sure it remains a free resource. Great. If you like to support me and my books, you know, patreon.com/CM Lockhart. You know, make sure I can keep writing books. You know, just throw that out there. Audra also has a Patreon. She could throw that in there, and there are links for all of this in the description box below. So you ain't even gotta remember it. You just click the link. Anyway. Anywho.
All right. What did Ben bring up next? What other topic did he have? Was that it?
Okay. I think that was pretty much it for the stuff that Ben sent me. The other thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about was unconventional book marketing tactics, and this is just something that has been on my mind for what?
Raymond said books from another mother and a different daddy.
Truly. Y'all don't understand.
Not step books. We got step books up in here.
We got blended families on these bookshelves. Okay. And I'm just like, no. Stop. I can't be the only one that feels this way. Am I the only one who really feels like if I get the first book in the series and I go get the second book, if they don't look nothing alike, I'm upset. And I'm like, I would just get the ebook version because the way I'm not paying this amount of money to have my bookshelf looking raggedy, I can't sort you by title. I can't sort you by color. I can't sort you by height. I can't sort you by paperback and hardback. I cannot, at no point can I put you two together unless I'm literally sorting this by series. I dislike it, okay? Act like y'all know each other. Shit. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Slight detour. Are you okay?
Here we go. Have to go left.
Are you okay? You was gonna be like. You was kind of intense.
What?
You was.
Leave me alone.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm having issues in here.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone.
What really happened was my cat was in the closet and I didn't know. He crawled across my foot and scared the shit out of me. And I was like, it's on my foot right now.
No, my dog does that to me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I did not know you were in here.
I just felt something furry. I'm like, oh, we have a problem.
You about to come out that closet, wasn't you?
I was about to come open this door and come right out.
She's like breaking down doors, y'all.
I'm sitting here with my foot opening that door to let him out because he's looking at me like I'm going to get out. Now I'm like, why was your ass in here in the first place? You know what it is on Tuesdays. I'm in here recording shows. I just felt something. I don't know where he was. He must have been behind the clothes or something. I just felt something walk across my foot. I was trying not to come undone.
I
on your
appreciate you. Because I was like, you're just like, and I was like, are you okay?
I'm scared. I didn't know what it was.
She was like, I was frightened.
I was shooketh.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
You said a detour. What detour are we doing?
Okay, so Miss Wilma Killer Reader was talking about how with the bonus chapters or whatever, they wouldn't have to do all these bonus chapters if they would do better redesigns of special edition covers. And I'm going to take you one further. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they wouldn't have to do these bonus chapters if they would just write better books in the first place. Like, I feel like bonus chapters should be just that. They should be bonus. They should give you something that you intentionally left out of the book to make a better story. And the reason I say that is because I know when I was doing the limited edition version of We Are the Origin, the only reason there is a limited edition version of the book that exists in the first place is because readers were literally like, I had one of my author friends and she was literally like, what happens between these two characters when you skip to the next chapter? Because We Are the Origin is very intentionally PG-13. It is very intentionally closed door. It's very intentionally fade to black. It's very intentionally not explicit because I knew that I wanted my book to be available in schools, and I knew that I wanted it to be available to like a 15, 16, 17-year-old audience. So I was just like, I am not adding explicit sex scenes into the book. But I'm like, if this is what y'all want, I will do a special version because it's like, I have those scenes written. They exist. I just intentionally took them out because I was trying to accomplish something with the book. It was not because they were poorly written. It was not because I was just going to throw this in for a cash grab. It's like, no, somebody asked me for it. They wanted it. And I was like, cool. And I was like, I already have the ISBNs and I already have formatted the hardback. So we can make this work. And I commissioned extra artwork so that people would feel like they were getting something with the book to differentiate it from the original version of the book. And to also make it clear that you were getting something extra. You were getting 2 extra pieces of artwork. You were getting 3 scenes that did not exist in the book that will not exist in the next book for sure. So if you're looking for a romance, I don't write that. It's a fantasy adventure. So just be in your bag with that, right? But also, I was like, it's going to have a preview of the next book, which also did not exist when I published the book in the first place. So it's like, you're getting something actually extra with the book that's worth paying for versus a random scene that I cut from the book on purpose. Like,
Kelsey trying to act like she don't have romance in her book. There's romance, and it's done in a closed door way, but there's some romance in that book. Stop playing.
I mean, the reason I say it's not a romance is because literally...
It's not a romance, but there is romance in the book.
There is romance in it,
satisfying.
But it is not a fantasy romance, and I have had some fantasy romance girlies going into it. They were like, I want more. Where is this? And I was just like, I don't know who told you this was here. You walked into a JCPenney looking for a Wingstop, and I don't know how to help you. Like, this is not the right place.
What? See, y'all, this is why I can't mess it. And see this foolishness, and I have to record rants and rambles with her after chat. And so I can tell y'all already, it's gonna be
I'm just
ridiculous.
saying. I just like to be clear about what you're getting into if you come into my books. It's a fantasy adventure. There's assassin, there's murder, there's politics, there's intrigue. There's a little bit of but it's very fade to black and suggestive. So if you know what means, then great for you. Use your imagination, but I'm not gonna tell you what's happening. If you're old enough to know what I'm implying, you're old enough to know what is happening right now. You don't even spell it out for you. Either you know what Legos are or you don't. If you don't, I cannot help you. Build your own picture. Google it. Like, my mama reads my books. The way I need y'all to know that the reason the limited edition is only available on my website, you want to know why I did not make it available wide, is because I was like, one, I don't want people picking this up in the store and be like, oh, I want We Are the Origin, and the regular version is sold out, and they're giving this to their 16-year-old child. No. First of all, you're not going to blame me. Absolutely not. Second of all, when you go through my website, I can see who's purchasing. Like, you have to submit your name and your address so I can send it to you. Mm-hmm. The way I made sure that my mom and my aunts and my grandma, y'all are not reading this version of the book. Don't even play games with me. Because
she said refund, you're not getting it.
No. The answer is no. I'm not sending this to you.
Uzu said, I'd like some lemon pepper wet, ma'am. We sell appliances here.
Literally. I can direct you to the air fryers and you can make your own. Don't know how to help you.
Y'all are killing me, and now I want some chicken. Oh, man.
Let's see.
Oh, my spine hurts from laughing too much.
Yeah, the limited edition was actually limited. and available only on the website. Stephanie Meyer wrote the same book like 3 times. Yeah. So, okay, look, we're not going to get on Twilight because I know there's some Twihards who watch this. Portia, if you're watching this, I'm looking at you. But also the way I did not need the entire Twilight series from Edward's point of view. They didn't do anything. It's literally a whole book of him staring at her while she sleeps, thinking she's interesting when she's not. She has the personality of wet paper. And then we turn around and book 2, he's gone. He disappears. That might be interesting because he's not with Bella, the personality of a wet paper bag, for an entire book. But you know what she's doing that entire time? Trying to kill herself so that she can get hallucinations of him, near-death and hallucinations of him. And then we get book 3 and they're back together and they're both toxic at this point because he's like, oh my God, I almost killed her. I was like, baby, you should have let her die. She's going to die anyway. She's human. That's what you said you wanted to do. Sometimes you got to let things play out, huh? Sometimes you lose. Whatever. Move on. Follow through with the plan. But then we get back to book 4 and then all of a sudden now we got creepy babies popping out everywhere. Weird. No. Did not need his perspective at all. But I digress, you know, let's just have us simping over Confederate army members, right? Because apparently that's cute. No! Anyway.
Woo! All right.
I say that knowing that I was absolutely a Twihard when I was 13, like 14, and I had all the books and I was obsessed with it. But then I learned. I grew. No. Did you... And then they watched the movie. Did y'all even see that they just having carrots sitting on public school cafeteria tables with no tray? Like, ew. Why would you? Ew. No.
Why would that be the thing that you... Never mind.
Because I don't like things that are dumb. Okay? Who does that? Who takes a singular baby carrot and puts it on a cafeteria table in a public school?
Come on now. You know who.
And that is why I didn't watch the movie. That's why I watched the first movie and I watched the second part of the last movie. That's it. I did not watch the movies in between. I lied. I did, but they weren't good. Therefore, we don't claim those. Anyway, the only good part about those movies was Taylor Lautner in his prime. That was it. That was it. Anyway. I got so distracted. Huh?
Just give you time, 10:06.
Okay, so, we're going to actually wrap this up, you guys, because we have the after chat, and then we have rants and rambles, so we're going to be together a lot today. So, if you want to continue hanging out with me and Audra, move on over to the after chat, because there are things that we cannot say on the live with the recording. Y'all know my mama listen to these. I can't be saying all types of things. So, move on over to the after chat. It's in the Discord. $5 gets you to the community. And if you sign up, you will also be supporting the Melanin Library to make sure it remains a free resource. If you don't know what the Melanin Library is, go to melaninlibrary.com and find out. It's an online database of resources. It's an online database of books written by Black authors. It's a free resource to help people diversify their bookshelves. It is not free to run, though, so make sure you donate if you can, or sign up for the Patreon, or do whatever makes your soul happy, you know? And, yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so that you don't miss when we go live again. We do this every other Tuesday, so not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. No, wait, it is this Tuesday. So y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Don't play games with me. Y'all know, y'all understand. Anyway. Make sure y'all do all the things. Click all the links. If you want my books, We're the Origin or Weird Dying Gods, there are links in the description box below. You can also check out Audra's podcast, her YouTube channel. She is linked there as well. If you liked either of the books that we mentioned today, guess what I'm going to say? Links in the description. Anyway.
Why'd she get mad, y'all? She act like we a bunch of kids that don't listen to her.
I gotta repeat it.
I'm waiting for her to get the belt. Like, what I say? Link is in the description. Damn it. Pay attention. I'm gonna say it one more time.
One more again.
Right? One more again.
Link in the description.
Tell y'all. The description, damn it. Attention.
We're moving over to the after chat. It is in the Discord, and you can also hang out with us during the rest of the week in between the chats. We are in there like swimwear, talking and chatting and sharing links and being messy. So join. Anyway, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye, you guys.